Hey everyone, I'm Justin Fisher, and I'm in the Shape Your Future Healthy Kitchen with Chef Valerie from OUTU School of Community Medicine. How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you.
Well, I'm doing pretty good too, because we have a lot of cool things here, and it's all gonna mesh into something beautiful.
Tinga.
What is it? Tinga.
Yes, so
What is Tinga?
we are going to make a very traditional Pueblan dish.
Okay.
Okay. And it is just a tomato, chipotle, and adobo sauce. And so a lot of times it's pulled chicken, and you could totally do chicken or pork or whatever your family likes. But this time we're going to actually use a little bit of mashed tofu. We like the extra firm tofu for this, and some lentils. So lots of fiber, lots of protein, very,
Plant-based, yeah.
very delicious too, and super easy. So in our pot that we already have sauteing, we have some red onion and garlic. So it's nice and soft and aromatic. And into that, we're just gonna go ahead and pour, this is a pound of lentils that have been rinsed. And lentils are great because they're not like beans that you have to soak overnight or soak for several hours.
That was my question.
I mean, they will really cook in about 30 to 40 minutes easily. Okay, and then we're gonna go with a pound of tofu.
And how do you mash this up?
You really just use your fork and mash, mash, mash. Yep, so you can wrap it in some paper towels and drain it just a little bit, but we're gonna be adding a lot of liquid to this dish, so it's not as important.
Okay. Even easier.
Right.
There you go.
So this gets all stirred together. Then we have some fire roasted tomatoes. If you can find fire roasted tomatoes that have no salt added, even better, but these do have such great flavor. So you can even see that in those, the can of tomatoes, the little roasted pepper skins.
Oh, that smells.
Very, very delicious. And we're gonna go with some tomato paste. Anybody's guess as the easiest way to get the tomato paste out of the can.
Okay.
So a few tablespoons of that. You can kind of gauge that with your family's.
More time, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do some cumin and some oregano.
Yeah, that's only gonna add to that smell.
Yes,
That's
it's
amazing.
going to be super delicious. It's a very fast dish, but I will say that if you make it the day before and let it sit in the refrigerator overnight, those flavors are gonna have time to really develop.
Okay.
And the
I'll have
last
to do it right away and it gets better.
ingredient that's going to go in is some frozen corn, and we do prefer the frozen over the canned.
Why is that?
Just because it has less sodium.
Okay.
Okay, so the canned corn is going to have sodium, whereas this fresh corn, or excuse me, frozen corn is not, and of course fresh corn, wonderful if you can get it. So some water, and you're going to bring this to a simmer and put the lid on it and let it simmer for 30 to 40 minutes, something like that. You could absolutely make burritos and tacos out of this dish, but in this instance, we just have
You just like the chili
like a chili, yeah. So you can put a little squeeze of lime on that.
Look at that. Beautiful. The presentation is always what amazes me, because you just threw it in here and your brain goes after this and makes it so beautiful. All right, here's it. Gonna give it a go. I really want to eat the avocado, but we're gonna go with the side here. And it takes about what, 30 minutes to make this? Less?
Yeah.
That's really, has kind of a sweet taste to it.
Yeah, so that chipotle and adobo, so that is a tomato sauce that has vinegar and spices, and so it does kind of have a sweet flavor.
Oh yeah, there's a spice right there. It's getting me now. All right, thank you, Chef Val. You can get this recipe, a lot of other recipes. I watched all of them. I'm gonna make a couple of them this week too. KJRH.com. Just look for Shape Your Future Healthy Kitchen. Gotta slow down there. Thank you, Chef Val. Thank you all for joining us.